Hello, everyone. Firstly, extremely excited to welcome all of you. Uh, and we, of course, appreciate the fact that it's a very, very busy time. It is end of a financial year and beginning of another one. And in between, there's work to be done on both sides. There are results to be announced of the previous financial year and all the planning and budgeting meetings. There are these festivals, Navratri, Eid today and tomorrow. There was Ugadi yesterday, Gudi Padwa yesterday, and I know these are holidays for some of you, and holidays in these busy time of result season are always very, very valuable, right? So, and despite this busy time and in between holidays, all of you have taken time out to be with us. I'm sure we are doing many things right. And on that count, I must thank my team, I think, who worked tirelessly for the last many months to put up, I think, some phenomenal speakers and sessions for the 7th edition of the NIIT India Confluence. And I'm sure those sessions would have encouraged many of you to take time out and join us. And while I do compliment my team, for putting up an awesome agenda, I do doubt that they also have some hidden agenda to get me to do this session and call this session the story of NIIT India Confluence. What happens is every time I ask them about business, वो मुझे story सुनाते हैं. Right? They start telling me some story. And I obviously push back and say, boss, story mat batao yaar, dhande ke बारे में बताओ, numbers बताओ, story mat batao. Right? And I think today they had their chance and they've put me in a position where I have to tell you a story. But so be it. Mera time aayega. Right? But now that I was put in this position of sharing the story, and I was thinking hard that how do I share the story in a really short form, I came across this quote, which I thought covered the story of what I wanted to say very well, right? We just said this is the 7th edition, which means 7 years. During these 7 years, we've navigated COVID. Of course, there's been tons of environmental change and many other changes. But I think we've stayed together. And to me, 7 years is a celebration of success. So we've worked together as a group, and we've created success out of this event. So I thought this quote really summed the emotion of the story. And anything more from a words perspective will only dilute that emotion. And hence we thought the best way to further build on this quote would be to show you a video. So show you the story rather than telling you the story. And the team has put together a small video. this year's theme and the discussions. As you would have seen from the video and the earlier videos, last year, in the same hall, last session really was from Harsha Bogle, right? And he gave away a signed copy of his book that he's written with his wife, Anita, The Winning Way 2.0. The last chapter of the book, which is also called The Last Word, which has been written by Rahul Dravid, the last sentence of that chapter was also a very apt quote, which I thought again captures, right, something that I believe this group has become over the years, right? I mean, like we said, this group came together about 7 years back. It's been building, and I'm sure we will, and Vijay specifically will talk a lot more about how over the years this group is becoming cohesive and gaining more and more strength. So and I really love this quote. I remember Harsha also using this quote during his talk. But again, a quote that I thought very, very aptly captures what this group has become. Coming to this year's theme, talent before technology. I must admit there were many internal deliberations and discussions in terms of what the theme represents and what it does not represent, right? And just to call out a few more specifically in terms of what it does not represent, right? It does not represent a debate between talent or technology. It does not represent what is important or what is not important. It does not represent what is overpowering, right? So it is not talent over technology or technology over talent, right? What the discussion that we are trying to do over these next 2.5 days are really focused on how organizations are making choices and how are they crafting their priorities while they are making strategic discussion. And we thought with a room full of such experienced people, if we can really discuss with real life examples and anecdotes of organizational experiences as to how they've achieved success and faced challenges, right, while making these choices, right? We understand there is conflict. We understand there are always dilemma in these conflicting priorities. And again, something that we worked on creating a manifesto for the event, which we again thought very aptly captured the dilemma. And I would urge everyone to take a minute out and read this manifesto. It's of course will be displayed multiple times, but it'll be good for us to read this at the beginning of the event. And I'll just take a minute to read the last lines with you, which is, amidst this whirlwind of talent and tech's allure, let's craft a path with wisdom so pure. And for in this grand tapestry that we weave lies the power to inspire, to create, to believe. What choice should enterprises make? Right? And to build on this question further, and to set the context of our conversations over the next 2 days, I can't think of a better person than our own co-founder and vice chairman, Mr. Vijay Thadani, who I know have made these choices for over 4.5 decades across many organizations that he has started. Vijay, over to you.